From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Good morning, 8 a.m. here on this Thanksgiving morning. Thanks for joining us on Daybreak. Hope things are going smoothly in the kitchen for you.
Yeah, we are thankful for you this morning. Also thankful for Marcus Bailey. Maybe not the temperature, though, Marcus. This is a cold start to this Thanksgiving.
It is very chilly. It's also kind of gloomy, too. A little blustery as well. I think this is going to be the theme for much of the day, although I think we'll see a little more sunshine as we get deeper into the day. But we're looking at one of the coldest Thanksgivings we've had in over 10 years. It's 28 right now. Northwest wind, nearly 15 miles per hour, is tanking our wind chills. It feels like 17 outside right now. A lot of the blue boxes you see here are your feels like temperatures or wind chills, and we're hanging out in the mid-teens for most of central and northern Indiana. Feels like temperatures in the low 20s. So if you're using the smoker today, you're doing the deep frying outside, bundle up. It's not going to get much better. 32 at lunchtime with chills into the low 20s. 5 p.m. temperature 34. And wind chills will be into the mid-20s later on this afternoon. That's only part of the story. I know a lot of you are asking what's heading our way this weekend. We still have a winter system taking aim. Snow is in play. So is accumulation as we gear up for this weekend. We already have some alerts out. Winter storm watches in northwestern Indiana and stretching back toward Illinois. We will walk you through the timing of when snow arrives and how much we're thinking. It's all in my Storm Track 8 forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
All right, Marcus, thank you. 8:02 now happening now. Volunteers are getting ready to give out thousands of meals to families across central Indiana.
It's part of the Mozel Sanders Foundation's annual Thanksgiving Day meal. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez has been there all morning, again joining us live from the Ivy Tech Conference Center and Culinary Institute. Hernan, how's the foundation making this all happen?
Yeah, well, it's thousands of pounds of food, right? And about 1,500 different volunteers helping pack that, prepare that all week into this morning before they head out and hit the streets to deliver those meals. Here to tell us a little bit about how this year is going, we have Stephen Sanders. He's the CEO of the Mozel Sanders Foundation. And Stephen, tell us exactly how has this year been going so far? This is your guys' day.
Right, another successful year. We like to thank Ivy Tech, James and Mike for facilitating this for us. As far as logistics are concerned, this has been a great year. It's laid back. You see, we got a DJ this year. So we proper planning is why we're so successful this year.
And tell us a little bit about that planning. I mentioned it a little bit. You guys take days ahead to start preparing some of the food. What all goes into logistically making sure this goes as smooth as possible?
Right, so we're preparing 4,000 pounds of chicken, about 3,000 pounds of dressing or stuffing, 30 gallons of gravy. We have 500 number 10 cans of green beans, so the largest cans you can think of, and 20,000 dinner rolls. So we have to open these packages. We have to open these cans. So earliest as Monday, people have been here at Ivy Tech preparing for this.
And if I'm doing my math right, so 1971, 54 years.
That's right.
What does that mean to you?
Man, that's big. That means legacy. It lives on, and I'm just holding up the standard. That's all.
All right, Stephen, I appreciate the time this morning. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Same to you.
Amazing work you're doing here. And if you're still looking for a meal this Thanksgiving, it is too late to sign up for delivery, but there are still meals available at some of the satellite locations. Take out your phone, scan the QR code that'll show up on your screen. It'll take you to an article with a list of all 20 satellite locations that will be handing out meals on a first-come, first-served basis, and I'll have those addresses there. Those will start being handed out around 9 this morning. Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Hernan Gutierrez, Wish TV, and WishTV.com.
Hernan, DJ, great addition. Thank you. 8:04 now. If you're planning to hit the road this Thanksgiving, police want you to stay safe. News 8's Malia Van Ostren talked to experts about what to keep in mind while driving today.
AAA is expecting a record-setting holiday travel week with more than 1.9 million Hoosiers expected to travel, most of them by car. Officials are urging drivers to prepare now to avoid the worst of holiday traffic as the number of people on the roads are expected to increase this year.
Plan ahead and stay informed. Keep an eye on the weather. Make sure you're keeping track of, wherever you're headed, what's it going to look like on the road for you with your route that you're taking. And then another thing is get your car ready.
That's exactly what Hoosier Bryce Butler is doing. He's fueling up his car before hitting the road to travel to Kentucky.
I'm going up with my sister, and we are just going to enjoy the holiday together. It's one of my first holidays back in Indiana after moving back from Arizona, so I look forward to that.
Butler says he's used to long drives and hopes others on the road use caution.
Just stay vigilant, stay safe, keep your hands on the wheel, stay off your phone.
Thanksgiving and Black Friday are actually the better days to travel, Griffith says.
Any day, no matter what, we always say the earlier the better in the morning, but especially on Sunday, if you can leave before 11 a.m., that's going to help you avoid some of that traffic that really starts to build up in the afternoon and the evening.
AAA receives more roadside assistance calls during holiday travel. Griffith says the most common road issues are dead batteries, flat tires, and slide-offs.
Pack an emergency car kit that you can have in your car just ready to go, and that's another thing for road trips and all winter long. So have jumper cables, have a portable tire inflator, a blanket, bottled water, a first aid kit.
She says it's important for drivers to remember to pull into another lane when they see emergency lights.
Slow down, be patient, be cautious, try not to accelerate or decelerate too hard.
In Indianapolis, I'm Leah Van Ostrand for Wish TV and WishTV.com.
8:06 now. We want to take you to Hong Kong, where officials now say at least 65 people are dead after this massive apartment fire that started yesterday. Crews have still been actively putting out flames this morning. It is actually 9:00 p.m. there right now, but you can see the crews still working. We've seen investigators inside the building scouring. There are more than 200 people still missing at this hour. This fire started more than 24 hours ago. It spread across 7 of 8 buildings there. And officials say that 3 men are under arrest for suspicion of manslaughter, that they were construction workers, those buildings under construction. So a very active situation still there. But again, that death toll has now risen to 65 people. And as we learn more and see more here, we will bring it to you here on Daybreak. Here in the U.S., federal officials say an Afghan national is in custody for shooting 2 West Virginia National Guard members in Washington, D.C., not far from the White House. Officials say the soldiers are in critical condition this morning. Initial reports had said they had died, but the governor of West Virginia walked back that statement yesterday. Now, police say this was a targeted attack, and they are still gathering information about the suspect. Maribel Gonzalez has the chaos as it unfolded.
A chaotic scene in our nation's capital Wednesday afternoon. Video shows police giving CPR to a downed National Guardsman next to a shattered bus stop shelter. A second troop seen on the ground surrounded by police.
I heard the shots and I just hid behind the chairs over there.
The 2 guardsmen shot and critically wounded in an apparent targeted attack while they were performing high visibility patrols near the White House. Officials say the guardsmen engaged in gunfire with the suspect prior to being shot.
At this point, we have no other suspects. We have reviewed video from the area. It appears, like I said, to be a lone gunman that raised the firearm and ambushed these members of the National Guard.
Multiple law enforcement sources say the shooter's ID matches a man from Washington state who appears to have immigrated here from Afghanistan in 2021. But note they are still working on additional confirmation.
I think the biggest question right now is to understand a more kind of rich picture, understanding who this person is and what their potential connections might be.
Following the shooting, President Donald Trump filed an emergency order to keep the National Guard in D.C. and send 500 more troops. This after a federal judge last week ruled the deployment was illegal. I'm Maribel Gonzalez reporting.
Here in Indianapolis, police say a man is dead after a shooting on the city's east side in broad daylight. It happened yesterday, just after 1:30 in the afternoon. Police say they found the man shot in a yard on Kildare Avenue. He was taken to a hospital in critical condition, but later died. Police say they have released 2 people they initially detained. So far, IMPD has not announced any arrests. Time now is 10 minutes after 8. Another close loss for the Pacers last night. Ben Mathurin missed a 3 off the glass as the Pacers fell to the Raptors 97-95. The late surge not enough for Indiana. The Pacers now 2-16 on the season. Their next game is tomorrow at home against the Wizards in the group stage of the NBA Cup. Tip-off 7:30 for that one.
IndyCar now, Mick Schumacher says he will compete full-time in IndyCar next year. He's the son of 7-time Formula One world champion Michael Schumacher and says that he will drive for Rahal Letterman Lanigan Racing. Tested with the team last month and says he loves the passion everyone has for the sport. Schumacher says that he is looking forward to racing in IndyCar and is excited to get behind the wheel for the oval testing.
I'm very excited for it. I think it's a great championship. Obviously looking forward to the oval testing. It's something that still is on the cards and trying to explore that. But to me, it was important not to do like a half thing, but actually go in and do it 100%. And therefore, yeah, ovals are part of that. And I've had good conversations with people around who, had good and bad views on it. And I just kind of had to make an average out of that and decided for myself.
Good for us. He made that decision. The 2026 IndyCar season starts in March.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening. And be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.